Good morning, South High School. This is Mr. Formalo coming to you on this fine first day of the second quarter to talk with you about some upcoming changes as it relates to your academic learning time. That time that you have built into your schedule in order to take care of the academic responsibilities that you have to be successful in your courses. So the objectives of this presentation, this voiceover presentation, is to really assist you in having a clear understanding of what academic learning time is, specific to privileged academic learning time and structured academic learning time. We have talked about this in the past, and there will be a few changes to what it is that we're doing. Essentially, when we start getting into what's here, there's going to be a timeline for which we will be changing schedules. We'll emphasize that to you and let you know that this is a process. And also we'll go into a little bit more detail for those of you looking to secure dismissal in your schedule as juniors and seniors, or for freshmen who are patiently been waiting to get a little bit more academic learning time in their schedule and petition to be removed from their resource. And again, throughout this presentation, please know that there's going to be elements of what you can be doing to truly take advantage of what it means to be committed to living in flex mod and how you should be utilizing your academic learning time to its fullest. To start off, let's review and further explain what it means to have privileged academic learning time. In order to earn this, and it's essentially a continuation of what you've been experiencing during first quarter, you have to have maintained or earned a minimum of a 2.0 GPA and not have earned any failing grades in the previous first quarter. We will be looking at some other factors to be considered, such as the number of minor and major referrals you may have received and what your attendance looks like. For the most part, if you haven't been doing well in terms of behavior or attendance, most likely you're not earning the 2.0 GPA, but in some cases we may be looking at that on a case-by-case basis depending on the situation. So earning privilege provides you with similar opportunities that you've already had during the first quarter with access to the commons, where you had access to the red zone, vending machines, you were able to utilize your personal electronic devices, and really make a conscious decision on your own terms of how you were going to utilize that time. Were you going to do something that's more personally driven, or were you going to spend some time working on your academics and taking advantage of the things in our building, such as open gyms and fitness center, or utilizing that time to visit the library and literacy center or other resources in the building to get the work done that you need to maintain good academic standing. If you have privilege, you will continue to be able to apply for dismissal as a junior and senior. And as a freshman, that will give you an opportunity to petition for resource removal. And a new feature that's going to be in place for those who are privileged is we are going to be removing the required ALT mods in the library and literacy center and providing students who have good academic standing by meeting the criteria for privilege by awarding you with lunch bonus in your schedule, where you won't be required to go to a resource at the library and literacy center, but we'll be able to remain in the commons during that lunchtime between mods 13 and mod 20. So earning privilege is us giving you some trust that you're going to be making the right decisions. You will have a little bit more freedom throughout the building. We are looking at kind of giving the commons a little bit more of a privileged feel, where we'll be opening up the gyms, as I had mentioned, for you to be able to shoot some hoops or be able to run around a little bit to kind of blow off that steam that you need to by working so hard in terms of maintaining good grades at school. Structured academic learning time is going to be the opposite of privilege. So you will be in structured academic learning time if you have not met the required GPA of a 2.0 or have any failing grades for the first quarter. Additionally, as I had mentioned, you may have a loss of privilege based on behavior and or attendance, and this will be determined on a case-by-case basis. But we will be providing you with that structured academic learning time. How this is going to work, once we have identified the students who need support in establishing their effort and commitment to academic learning, you will be receiving some changes in your schedule by, you will find something new in your schedule called guided study. This is going to be a location in our building that will be quiet, guaranteed quiet, and distraction free, where you will have the opportunity to truly focus your efforts on academic learning. Meaning we are going to have some rules and expectations within this room where you're not going to be utilizing your personal electronic devices. You won't be utilizing earbuds, whether it be to your phone, other music device, or Chromebook. that truly this is an opportunity for you to take advantage of the quiet study environment that you need to be successful in school. In addition to that, you may find a number of your ALT mods scheduled and resourced specifically to those areas where you have the greatest need of support. For example, the course that you may have received an F in for the first quarter. Okay, so now that we have clearly defined the difference between privileged academic learning time and structured academic learning time, just a real quick piece on the timeline for second quarter ALT changes. Beginning this week, we will start looking at the data that we need to begin making some decisions for each of you as students. We will start our time though by changing the schedules for those students who are needing structured support, by dropping out those mods that have been assigned to the Commons and assigning them to the guided study. And in addition to the guided study, also scheduling some of those mods into the resources for which you need support. Then we will shift our gears to working with the freshmen who are petitioning for removal from their resource. And I will go through that process in a moment. And then spending some time helping out the juniors and seniors who are looking to apply for dismissal in their schedule because they've earned privilege. And the last thing we will do, once we've got our other study mods worked out, we will then look at removing those lunch bonuses for the students who have earned privilege. Okay, so freshmen, listen up. Okay, for those of you that are in good academic standing, awesome. Congratulations for the great work you've done settling in and transitioning to the high school. You have taken it seriously and you've done what you need to do to maintain a minimum GPA of a 2.0. And have also demonstrated your commitment to school by not earning any failing grades. There is a little bit higher bar set for those of you that want to be removed from all of those resource mods that you've been assigned. So in order to be removed from any resource mods that you have been assigned from the beginning of the school year, you will have to follow through the petition process, but really you have to have a B- or better in that course for which you were assigned resource. And the process for what you will need to do is begin by picking up the resource removal petition in the main office. It'll be available later this week. Listen to announcements. You will need to have your grading teacher sign off on your petition. Their signature states that you have essentially earned a minimum of a B- in their respective course. And in addition to teachers, you will also need your parent signature. Parents will be notified that they don't have to give you permission. If a parent says, no, you're better off in resource, and if they choose not to sign it, then you remain in resource even if you're a 4.0 student. There will be a deadline, so any applications or petitions turned in after Friday, November 20th will not be even looked at. Essentially, I'm just going to crumple them up and throw them away so that I'm not even tempted to help you out. If you can't get them in by then that's not on me, that's on you. And the last thing, please, freshmen, and also juniors and seniors, sorry sophomores, we're leaving you out, but please be patient and know that when your schedules change, we will notify you by giving you a new schedule in your homeroom. You will continuously follow the schedule that you see on Alpha until you have heard from us. Your Alpha schedule is always the most up to date. So that's just a reminder in general for all of us. Seniors and juniors that want to get dismissal, just that reminder that there is a little bit of a process to that. And again, if you do qualify for dismissal and you accept the terms, you're really saying that I'm going to leave campus. If you're choosing not to leave campus, then simply just don't apply for dismissal and maintain your study hall mods and scan and do what you need to do. By saying I just want dismissal so I don't have to worry about scanning, that's just not really, it's not that cool. So if you're going to be dismissed, leave. If you're going to choose not to be dismissed, then the expectation is that you're going to visit a resource room because you want help from a teacher, or you're going to sign into the Library and Literacy Center if there is space available. So in closing, please take a few minutes just to kind of discuss within your homerooms or generate a list of questions that you may have for me to further clarify the differences between privileged academic learning time and structured academic learning time, and the process for which we will be doing schedule changes over the next 2 to 3 weeks. With that being said, make it a great day, and please stop in or email me if you have specific questions, comments, or concerns. Thanks.